Okay, this is the continuation of the very hard puzzle called Chaos Borders by Vizmission. Anyways, let's continue with this. I don't really remember where we were. Irregular Sudoku rules, place digits 1 through 9 in every row column. Okay, there are 9 regions, digits in a cell with the arrows. Count the total number of region borders seen in the direction pointed to. Okay. Outlines of grids do not count. Cells with 2 arrows add up the counts from both directions. Okay. Region borders separate lines into segments with the same sum. This is either... Can this ever be the entire region here? I don't... we know it can't be 1 with 3 digits, because that 3 digits must be 3, 4, and 5, which would not add up to a single digit. So these two are the same. These two are the same. Um... Hmm. I think we tried it where this was medium gray and this was something else. And that looked like it was fine. Um, hmm, interesting. Okay, what happens if this is yellow? If this is yellow, this is all yellow, right? Because there's no other way for this yellow to get, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That doesn't work because if it tries going around that way, this would break into 3 separate regions and these two would be in the same column. So that's not going to work. So if this is yellow, it's the full yellow here, right? Hmm. This yellow also needs access to a 1 and a 2. Oh, this can't be 2 here. Oh, we already knew that can't be 2. Um, huh. Right, we had this part which was confusing. Um, hmm. 1, 2, 3 still worked okay, I think. Mm. One of these. Well, no, this could be a 1 here. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Let's say these were both medium gray. This would then be 3 borders that it would see. This would no longer be 3. This could not be the light region, so it'd have to be green. One thing actually, let me check something on this post, on the post. I'm gonna take a slight pause just to see this. Okay, yeah, I'm back. I wanted to double check what the restrictions on the region sum lines are. And the region sum lines are that you have to break, the borders have to cross the region sum lines. I don't know if this is solvable any other way, right? Because this actually seems like it could be valid here. Um, hmm. That gives you a huge restriction, a pretty big constraint, sorry, in that all the region sum lines have to be broken at least into 2 segments. Uh, hmm. That's actually very interesting then. That simplifies things a lot. I'm just trying to think if there's a way we can actually guess that. Or not guess that, but okay, so this has to be a boundary. Obviously 3 can't be here anymore. This has to be 7, 8, or 9. This is 4, 5, or 6. Whatever this is, whether it's all dark or if it's all orange, this has to be 3, 4, 5, and 6. Um, 3 cannot be... Okay, that's actually interesting. So this... The light cannot be here. Or actually, if the light is here, it cannot be 3. If the light is here, it cannot be 3. Therefore, in this light, we have to have a 3. So this would be 3, which would mean this cannot be 3. This can't be 3. This is a 4, 5 pair, which makes this 6. This is 9. This can't be 6 or 9. This can't be 6 or 9. This can't be 9. None of these can be 6 then, and none of these can be 3. That's interesting. Because this adds up to 9. They cannot have a 3 here, because 3 has to be one of these 2. This is 3 and 6. Hmm. Say this was dark. This would have to be the digits 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, right? If those were the digits 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9, that adds up to 28 plus 5, which is 33. This can't be 4 or 5 here. This can't be 4 or 5. So either this is 1. This couldn't be 1 then in that case, right? So if we had this all dark, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, that's 33. 1 and 2 add up to 3. 3 digits can never add up to 30. So this cannot be dark. This would have to be light, which means this could not be light. This would have to be a 1. So this would be the region here. Obviously, neither of these could be a region. Could all of these... So 4 and 5 would have to be part of this. So it'd be 1, 2, 4, 5. That would be 12. And then you could have 2 out of 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 12 plus 8 and 9 is 29. And that could work. Okay. And that could be 5, 7, 8, and 9 adds up to it. That's fine. Hmm. Okay, but where would this other medium cell go to? Cannot go here, because then it would be this. It can't be the same as that. Okay, well, could be smaller than that. Obviously, it could not go here, so these would not be possible. It could go here. It could go. It cannot just go. Well, it could go here as long as. Well, no, this would. If it went here, it would break this apart into 2 different regions, 2 different segments here, and this would be a separate segment. So these would be the same. So this could not be medium. So this could not be medium gray. The medium gray has to go essentially here or here. It cannot go here because that would block off the dark. This has to be dark then. That would be part of a region. Okay, so this would be, again, 1. We see 1, 2, 3 here. We have 4, 5, 6 at least. So this is 6 or 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This has to go to here. So this is 9 at least. This has to go here because it doesn't go anywhere else. So this would have to be a region here. This could end here. This is not guaranteed to be that region. Okay. Okay. Okay, could this be the minimum of 4, 5, 7, 8 here? If it's 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, this couldn't be 9. If it's 4, 5, 7, 8, that would be 24. You could have 1, 2, 4, 5. 6, 7 at minimum. No, yeah, 6 and 7 at minimum. That would be 28 minus 3, which is 25. And again, 4, 5, 7, 8 is 24. So 9 is guaranteed to be here, but it could actually not have an 8 here. Okay. This would not be 1. I don't know if I should be going down this route, but I mean, I feel like I should be like taking a look at what these possibilities are. Maybe just this overly complicates things now, because now that I know that each of the region sum lines have to have a border breaking them apart. I'm just curious to see if I can find essentially or logic out this, or if it's basically sort of doomed if this is the case. Because that's a pretty big restriction. Oh, so either this is dark or this is dark, which means it must be the sum of the other two. And 9 cannot be here. This has to be essentially something else. Cannot be 8 because it can't add up to 9. The other one has to be either 8. I think this has to be... What could it be? It can't be 4 because this is at least 4. Actually, how many is this already? This has 1, 2 here. 3 between the pink and the green. 4, 5 at least. And then it cannot be gray, so that's at least 6. So this is also 6 or 7. Okay. If this were the same region, this could still be 7 because you could have red, green, pink here. Right? So that'd be 1 boundary, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boundaries. So this is 6 or 7, which means this has to have 4 and 5 here. So 4, 5, 9 is 18. Four, 5, 9 is 18 plus 7 is 26. So you could have 4, 5, 6, 8 here. Or, so 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. 4, 5, 6, 8 adds up to 23, plus 2 and 1 is 26. And 4, 5, 7, 9 adds up to, no, 25. So 4, 5, 8, 9, and 4, 5, 6, 8 here. Otherwise, this could be 4, 5, 7, 9, which adds up to 25. And this would be 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is so, either way, 6 has to be one of these. So 6 cannot be here. And then 9 cannot be any of these. So 9 would have to be one of these 3, which means this cannot be 9. So one of these would have to be 1. We're not sure which. So this would be 1, this would be 1. It would have to be then 1, 7, 8, and this is 1, 7, or 8. I guess it could be 2, 6, 8. Possible. That's possible too. But this can't be 2 here. Okay. Huh. This cannot be pink. If this were pink, this would block this region off, and this would not be able to form a region for this remaining digits, because there's only one digit that's gray. That's medium gray here or here. So this cannot be pink. This can't be orange anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That could be the edge of a region. Or it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This already sees 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at most. This can't be green anymore. Hmm. Hmm. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is 4. Wait, how did I get 4? Well, that's a problem. That's a pretty significant problem. This sees 1, 2, 3, 4 boundaries. I don't remember why this had to be 3. I don't even know if it had to be 3, really. That might have been a bad assumption. Yeah, maybe I just miscounted. Let's take a look. Where was my logic here? Making this was 3. This all seemed kosher. This was all kosher. But the pink is a little problematic there. Why was that 3? It has to be 4, right? Not 3. Why was it 3 is the question. Why did I say 3? It's 4. Is it 4? I thought the minimum could be 3. This is not actually valid. Dang it. Okay, so I messed that up too. This is still all the same. This is incorrect. It does not have to... Well, wait, hold up. Why did... No, okay, so that was because of the 3 that I made that intuition. This have to be the same region, because again, this has to add up to... This adds up to at least 18. This has to be the same region. I made a bad assumption that this had to be 3 specifically, and those were the restrictions here, but it could... that was a bad mistake. Okay, That's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad mistake. I don't think, actually, we just go from what we showed in the previous one, though. I don't think we can make the assumption that this... I think we have to make the assumption that the region sum lines are divided by a region border. Otherwise, I don't think it's going to work. Because just showing what that path was we weren't any close to finding a contradiction at all. We were still actually fine doing that, and that was with this being 3, right? And that being restrictive there. I don't think we can do that otherwise. So I think then, yeah, I think we have to go down this path because otherwise I think it's too wide open. I don't think there's actually another restriction there. So I think we have to require that this be an assumption correct, where the region sum line must be divided into a segment. Yeah. Therefore, because of that, this then cannot be green. This has to be light. And this has to be a full light then. So this is a full region by itself. This cannot be light then. Yeah, because the thing is, like, even with this being restricted incorrectly, that was not good, right? So because of that, this has to be 3. This is 3 to add up to 1 and 2. These cannot be 3, obviously. This has to be the 1 because that's the only place for it in the light region. This can't be 3. This is a 4, which makes this a 2. This 4 means this has to be a boundary here. We have 1 here, we have 1 here, we have 1 here. So this has to be a boundary here, which means this cannot be medium gray. Medium gray has to go to here, which means it must go to here. This can't be 2. This is all the same region because this adds up to at least 18. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. And if we try to break this down into 2 and 3, that doesn't work because 2 digits can never add up to 18 if they're in the same region. And you can't have 4 and 1, obviously. You can't have 2, 2, and 1 for the same reasoning. So this has to be the same region, which means this is all medium gray. This is a boundary here, then. This is 4. This cannot be 4. This can't be 3 or 4. That leaves this as 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. These could be multiple different regions, so we don't know about that one. This is 2. This cannot be a boundary here. So this is the same region no matter what. Right? If this is 4, it cannot be 4 digits adding up to it, or 1 and 3. So this is at least 2. Okay, how can this be two boundaries? This dark can never exit out that way, right? So if it tried to exit out that way, that would mean there's a 1, 2, 3 boundaries here, which is not allowed. Because this is specifically 2. Also, we know this can no longer be 1 digit and 3 digits because that's 3, 4, 5, adding up to 12 at minimum. So it must be 2 and 2. Therefore, these 2 must have a boundary here. We don't know which one it is, though. It cannot be a boundary here, because if that were the case, this dark has to go around somewhere. It can't go in this direction. So it has to specifically go all the way to here. And this has to be a separate region. And therefore, we have a boundary of 2 that we see. This orange cannot fill out all the way here, so this has to go down to here. This cannot fill out all the way here, so this also must go down here. Therefore, we have a boundary here and a boundary here. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4 as a boundary, so this is a 4. Okay, that's a pretty big difference. So this can't be 4 along here. This could be orange or dark. We're not sure which. No, there has to be a boundary here, right? And the boundary cannot be here. because if this is a boundary, this would... So there has to be a boundary on this region sum line. If there were a boundary was between these two cells, only one cell would equal the same as 4 digits, which is not possible. So this has to be a boundary, and it has to be orange here. So this has to be orange here. This is a boundary, definitely. So this adds up to... This is 4, 5, and 6 at least, so this cannot be 3, 4, 5, 6. We need in row 1 a 3, and it can only be here. So because these two add up to 15 at least. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 9 adds up to 19, so this cannot be a 9. This is 3 in the corner. We celebrate. This could be orange or dark. We don't know which. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 and 5 have to be here, which means 4 and 5 cannot be in the rest of the light region. This could be 4, 5, 8, 4, 6, 7 to add up to 17. Could be 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 7. Any of those combinations work. This dark has to continue on here. This orange has to continue on here. Therefore, this is blocked. This is blocked. This can no longer be 3 because of 3 in the region. This orange must continue on here. This dark must continue on here. So these actually must be dark, dark. This has to be orange because this medium gray still blocks everything. So this goes this way, this goes this way. This can no longer be 3. It's 1 or 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This could go this way. We're not sure. This cannot go this way here. Because, again, every region sum line must be broken up by a region border. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at most, so it must go here. So this is dark. This cannot be dark because this is already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It could extend to here. It could maybe not extend there. So this cannot be dark. This could be some other color. So, okay. This cannot be medium. If this is medium, that forms this as a medium with 9, and this can't be a separate region as this. So this has to be medium gray, which means this is a separate color. It could be yellow. This pink cannot go extend all the way here then. Actually, what is this green? It has to be 1, 2. It could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, I guess that's possible. That's not guaranteed to be green then. This could be yellow. Cannot be pink, so pink cannot cut off this. This region cannot be dark here because that would block that off. So dark could go down here. We're not sure. This could be yellow. It could be a blue. It cannot be red. It cannot be orange. Orange could go to here. This is not... So this can't be orange. This has to be some other region, so it's blue. We're making it. This could be blue too. We're not guaranteed. This could be blue also. And these could actually all be yellow, technically. Pink could go down here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, so pink could go down here. This is the full region here. Oops, I don't know what I just did. This is the full region here. This sees how many? It sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a 7 here, which means this cannot be 7 in the rest of the region. This sees 1, 2, 3, 4 at least, 5, 6, 7 at least. So this is 7 or 8 here. This needs a 4. This can't be 2. 2 has to be one of those two. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. It cannot be 9. If this is 9, that means this is 16, and this two digits cannot add up to 16 without a 7 or a 9. This 7 means this can't be 7. We have one boundary here. This cannot be a boundary. So one boundary here. This is 2. This is 3 at most. So this is a 3. Which means there's a boundary here and a boundary here. So this cannot be 3. This cannot be 3. This has to have a 3 here. We don't know what this is. This could... Oh, no, this has to be dark. We know that for certain. So this is a boundary here, definitely. Because it cannot block this off. This is blue or yellow. This can't be medium anymore. Pink could go down here. Orange cannot reach here. This could be blue, though. Any of this could be blue. This is blue or yellow. This is 7 or 8. This cannot be 2. Okay, this is the same region. So this has to be 1 then. There's no other place for it. So this has to be 8 or 9 here to add up with the 1, right? This is 1 then. 4 has to be one of these 3, I guess, right? So 4 has to be one of these. 1 has to be one of these 2. 1 cannot be here. Where is the 1 for this dark? It has to be either here or here. So if, well, we don't know. None of, okay, this can't be 3 here. This can't be 7 along here. That leaves this as 4 through 9, 4 through 9. Red needs a 3. So does green. So the green 3... So does pink, actually. Wait, pink could go down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, I ignored that previously because this... I assumed this was 3 for some reason. And that was incorrect. 1, 2... This could actually be pink here. That's quite broad. Okay. One cannot be either of these. One cannot be either of these. Ah. The 1 for the dark has to be one of these 2. The 1 for the orange has to be one of these 2. That means 1 for the rest of the region, or rest of the rows, and 6 and 7 cannot be here. Okay, that doesn't tell us very much, but at least it tells us something. That means 1 for red has to be there. 1 for blue has to be one of these. So that doesn't really tell us very much. This is at most 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, but this can't be 1 here. Therefore, this can't be 8. This is at least 3. Cannot be 3. It has to be 4 through 9 here. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, but no 3. What else? This cannot be 4 here. These 5 digits add up to the same as these 5. This can't be 3. If this is 4 and 7, that's 11. So this would have to be 5 and 6? 4, 7 means this is 5, 6. 5, 7 means this is 4, 8. 6, 7 could be 4, 9 or 5, 8. 8, 7 would have to be 6, 9. It's pretty varied. 5, 6, 8, 9. This is a separate region. This is a separate region. This is 1 or 2. Again, this sees 2, this sees 1, this sees 1, this sees 2, this sees 1, this sees 2, this sees 2, this sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This sees 7 or 8, this sees 3, this sees 3. That's not good. Well, this could be all 9 here. That's possible. Does this have to be 5? No, it could be 4, 6, 7. Don't see any other restrictions right now. These are all the same. Nine. That's possible. These 3 are the same, though. You could have green. Okay, so if this is both pink, you'd have green 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This would be 5. I guess this could actually be red here. Also, geez, there's so many. There's so many restrictions right now. Or not restrictions. There are so many possibilities now. This is different from this. We need a green 3 here and a pink 3 here. So the red actually has to be one of these two, then to get another 3. 3 could actually be here. We don't know. The gray 3 is here. Okay, what are these sums? This is at most 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. So that's 27. What's the minimum here? 3, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Huh. Oh, we need a 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. That's 27. Oh, so the maximum here is equal to the minimum here. Therefore, we know what these digits are, right? This is 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Oops. We want the coloring still. This is 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, which eliminates 7, 8, 9 in the rest of the region. This is a 4, 5, 6 triplet, which eliminates 4, 5, 6 in the rest of the row. That leaves this as the minimum. Sorry, the max. No, the minimum here, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9. So that adds up to 27. This adds up to 27. This has to be 8, which forces this to be a 6, 9 pair to add up to 15. That eliminates 6 and 9 in the rest of the column. So this is 5. This can't be 5 here. This can't be 5, 6, 8, or 9. So this is a 4. So this can no longer be 4 here. So this must be 3 and 5, 3 adding up with 5 and 6, which would mean this is 8 or 9. The rest of column 4 is 4, 5, and 6. So this is 6, 9 pair here. This can't be 5 here. What does that tell us? I don't know. Not much. This 8 means, this 8 means this can't be 8. So this is 7, which makes this an 8. So this can no longer have an 8 here. There cannot be an 8 in the rest of the region. This can't be 7. This can't be 7 or 8. That means there's 7 borders that it sees. So it sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 borders already. This cannot be red. This has to be green then. Because we know there's a green somewhere here. There's a pink somewhere here. So there has to be a border between those two. Therefore, this can't be red. This is green. This is 8. So it could be 4. This is either 15, 16, or 17 still. So this could be 4, 5, 6, adding up to 15. 4, 6, 4, 5, 7, or 4, 6, 7. Ugh. So that possibility is still very valid. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this can't be 8. 3, 4, 6, 9. Okay, what are the remaining digits in column 6? 3, 6, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9. This can't be 8. This can't be 3. This can't be 3. So one of these two is a 3 here. Oh, that's interesting. This 4 means this can't be 4. This still could be pink. This cannot be red. So the rest of this could be blue, red, yellow, pink, no, and green, no. So this could be blue, red, or yellow. Red cannot extend that way. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's the extent of red. So red cannot go to here. Red could go to here, though. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, these digits in row 5 are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. This can't be 2, this can't be 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. No 3 here. Okay. This medium gray needs to have a 4 in one of these. Okay, this can't be 4 because of the gray, of the dark gray has a 4. This medium gray has a 4. And this orange gray has a 4 could be down here too. Frig. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was hoping that that would be a restriction, but it's not. Man, this is tough, even with that the restriction of the region sum lines. Yeah, there's no way you could be able to solve it without that restriction. So, good thing that was put in place. This could be 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Four is one of these two, but 4 could be one of these three. This is 4, so the rest of the column cannot contain a 4. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, or 9. This can't be 2 or 3, though. This can't be 3. That's not very many restrictions, unfortunately. 4 is one of these 3 digits. Actually, 4 has to be either here or here. That's actually very interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay, I gotta pause because I need to go to the bathroom right now. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Let's continue. This is a lot more promising. Can this ever be red? If this is red, this red has to go through either here. I guess that's possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That does actually work. Hmm. Why can't this be 2? If this is 2, there would be a 2 here. There could only be 2 here and 2 here. But we know this 2 has to be part of orange or dark. So that's the reason why 2 has to be one of these two. I think that was the reasoning that I had anyways. Yeah. Uh, hmm. Can this ever be red? Is kind of a question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It could be. Right? Hmm. 9 could go down here. Red could, pink still, sorry, pink could still go down here that way too now. Dang it. Too many things opened up. This needs access to a 2. Therefore, it needs to at least get to here. But it's still possible this way, right? Do we have any restrictions on 8s? Not particularly. So if this is... That's interesting. Okay. If this is 5, 6, this becomes 7, 8. So this would be 9. If this is... Okay, that's interesting. That's a very interesting interaction here. If this is 5, 6, this is 7, 8, and this is 9. If this is 5, 7... this could be 6 or 8. If this is 5, 7, this is 7, 9, and this is 6 or 8. If this is 6, 7, this has to be 8, 9, and this is 5. That's interesting. So what I think that means is this can never be 5. Let's go through the scenario. That's a lot. Okay. If this is 5, 6, this has to be 7, 8 added together, which means this is 9. This would be 9. This would be 7 or 8, and this would be 7 or 8, if that's the case. If this is 5, 7, this has to be 7, 9, which makes this 8. So this is 7, 9, 7, 9. This would be 5, 7, this would be 6 or 8. Hold up. Okay, let's go through. In depth. 5, 7 specifically. If this is 5, 7, this is 7, 9. Therefore, this is 8. This can't be 7. This would be 7. So this would have to be 9. You'd have 6 or 8 here, 6 or 8 here, and that would work. If this is 6, 7, this has to be 9 and 8, which makes this 7. This is 5, 6, 7. This would be 8 or 9, 8 or 9. 8 or 9. If this, okay, so if this is 4, 5, 6, this becomes 7, 8, and this would then be 9. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, this would be 9, this would be 7 or 8, 7 or 8, 7 or 8. So it just means this, one of these three is 5. Oh, this is interesting. If this is 4, this becomes 1, 3. This has to be a 2, then. Which makes this 2, and this is not part of that region. So this has to be 1, is orange. And that's fine. This is 5. It has to be 2, 3. Which means 1 is dark in here. Orange is here. This is 1 then. This can never be 9. 9 in the dark region has to be one of these two or that one. So this can never be 9. It could be 8. Okay, what happens if this is 8? That's a good question. That means this is a 7-9 pair, which adds up to 16. So these must add up to 12, and this 5, 7. So it cannot be 1, 7. It cannot be 3, 5. This would have to be 2 and 6 added together. Okay, that seems reasonable. Right, so this digit is, for the dark region, one of these 4 digits, right? It sees all of these, so it has to be, can't be 2 though, because it can't have 2 digits. It could be 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, because it cannot see any of the other places where the dark can be, right? I mean, sorry, it sees where all the other dark places can be. So this is 8. This can't be 8 here. Okay, so say this was red. Let's just go with what that, oops. Yeah, that's fine. Remove red here, remove red here, remove red here. So this would be a boundary. Obviously, this would be boundary. This would have to be green. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This can't be yellow anymore. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So this would have to not be pink. This would be some boundary here. This would be a boundary here and not red. This all looks fine. This would be the same as this, because this would have to go to here. This has to exit out somewhere, so this would be, I don't know, I guess we would call this yellow. So this could not be 6, 9. So far this is all working okay. This can't be 4. This is a 5, 6 pair, which forces this to be 4. This can't be 4, 5, 6. No 5, 6. No 4. The 1 would have to be here. This would be 7, 8, 9. So 1 could not be any of these. So far this is looking fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It cannot go down to here, so this is not yellow. I guess this still could be yellow here. We're looking for 2. We need access to a 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has to go to here. So this is yellow, and this is a 2. No 2 or 1. The only remaining digit in the column is a 1, so this cannot be blue. Or sorry, cannot be yellow. It could be blue or dark. Huh. This can't be 1. Oops. So this can't be 1. Yellow cannot go here, so this must be yellow. So far, this is all looking fine. This is a 3, 5, 8 triplet, which eliminates 3, 5, and 8 in the rest of the column. 6 and 9, 6 and 9. This is not yellow, this is blue. This might actually be the solution. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Not happy with this. Okay, this can't be yellow here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blues. This can't be yellow, obviously. Yeah, this is fine so far. So we don't have a contradiction here. This has to be 4? Because one of these must be 4. Yeah, so this is 4. Okay. This seems kosher. Let's not go that path. So that's actually a valid path. What happens if we go down here? Therefore, so this cannot be red. Obviously, then this would all have to be red if that's the case. Can it? Okay, well, what happens if we go... What happens if we make all this red? So none of these can be red then. Okay. That would okay, that's not possible. So that would force all of this green to be green, but that's only 8. We could still go here if we extend to here. Oh, we need a 3 though. And well, pink 3s could go down here. So this could still go down there and extend that way. So it cannot be all 9 here. So, oh, interesting. Right. So it could either this, both of these could be green, or one of them has to be green, right? Otherwise, it doesn't extend very much. It doesn't extend enough, right? So this would be 8. So at least one of these is green, so it cannot be the full red here. Could it be red going this way? Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this doesn't have to be red here. It can, okay. It could technically go this way, right? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It could go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That technically could be a way that it goes. What about if this is red? Again, only one of these two, so then this would have to be red here. We need a 3, but the 3 could actually be one of these two. Or here. This is very broad. This sucks. This is very broad. Jeez. This is like, This is still pretty tough. Even with this restriction here. Hmm. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Okay, so let's say this was the pink here. We're just going through all these these possibilities, which is not good. This is not pink then. These two add up to this, so it's either 8 or 9. This can't be 8 or 9. This can't be 6. This can't be 3. We have an 8, 9, 8, 9 pair, which eliminates 8 and 9. The rest. Okay, so this is. This 8 or 9 has to be here. So this is 8 or 9. This is not pink, therefore it has to be red. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One of these is red, one of these is green. Therefore, both of these are red. We have one. This has to be red then. This cannot be red, and this cannot be red, and this does not work. Okay, so this can never be pink. That's interesting. Right? We just showed how this works. If this ends up in being pink, this cannot be pink. This is blue or yellow. One of these is blue or yellow. This is this can never go outside here, and it would block that off. So these have to be separate regions, but then the problem is there's only 2 regions for these 3 separate regions, which is not possible. So this can never be pink. Okay, that's good to know. So this cannot be pink. This is red or yellow. So pink could potentially go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what happens if it goes this way? That seems feasible. Well, we had this as red, right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess it could have always been this way too, though. Yeah. This is not pink in that case. Right. Okay. So what happens if this is pink? So then this all becomes pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is all pink. These can't be pink. These can't be pink. This is So painful. Anyways, this can't be 6. Oops. This is, we have here, this has to be red. This is red. Actually, this is not guaranteed to be red. Well, this has to be yellow. So then this has to be yellow here. Which means this is yellow here. Red has to get to, well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One of these is red, therefore this has to be red. Which means this can't be red, this has to be blue here. So this is yellow, which makes this blue. None of these can be red. This has to be blue. This can no longer be blue because you can't go all the way around here. This can't be 6 or 9. This can't be 6. This can't be 6 or 9 here. This must be then 8. So this has to be 3 and 5 here. That seems okay. This means this is 7. This can't be 4. This is 5, which makes that 6, which makes that 9, which makes that 6 and 9. That seems fine. This can't be 5 or 7. It's 2, 3 pair. This can't be 5 or 6. This is 4. 3 can no longer be here. Ah, this red doesn't have access to a 3. Okay, so there we've disproven that this can be pink. Oh my god, that was so painful. Okay. What does that mean? I'm not really sure. Okay, so that can't be pink. This can't be pink anymore either. So this is blue or yellow. The yellow could go something like that, possibly, but it needs access to a 2. And, okay, so this can never be the same as this. Well, hold on. This could be separate. No. No. Okay, so this, whatever this color is, if it tries to go here and is not part of this region, it doesn't get anywhere, right? It can't be red because that's too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It can't be part of pink that we showed. Green, obviously, it can't be part of. It's either blue or yellow. If this is a separate blue or yellow than this, it has to go this way. But the problem with that is if it goes this way, it has to go through here because it can't have a 3 twice. But the problem is this is a separate region than this. Therefore, this has to be connected to here, and therefore it must be the same region. All of this must be the same region. So this is all yellow. Where can the yellow then go? We need access to a 2. So the yellow has to access a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It cannot be yellow here then because of that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we tried to go here, well, we have to access a 2, and it can only be one of these two. Or one of these two. So this has to be the extent of yellow. So it's at least, this can't be yellow, obviously. These two can't be yellow because it needs to get 2 more spaces, and therefore that's 8 cells in the region to get to a 2. So this cannot be yellow. This is either red or blue thing, if we think about it. This could be yellow, blue, or pink. Can't be red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess that technically could be red also. Never mind, that could actually be red. This is blue or red. This can't be yellow because it blocks off. Well, no. it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It cannot block that off. So this can't be yellow. None of these can be yellow. This can't be yellow here. This could be yellow here. It cannot be yellow here because then this actually could be yellow here. It cannot be yellow here though. And this is 7, 8. It could get to here 9 or here 9. This is all blue. So this is blue, which means this only has one region. Sorry, it has one border here. Because yellow cannot reach here, red can't reach here. This can only be orange transitioning to blue. So this is 1. Which means this can't be 1. We need a 1 in the dark gray region. Well, the only possibility is here. So this is 1. None of these can be 1. These can't be 1 here. This has to be 1 and a dark gray. That means this must be fully dark here. Which means this must be orange. So this is orange, which means this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 done. So this is a border. This can't be orange. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The yellow has to connect here. So it has to connect this way and then connect. Cannot block this off because then this blue is not a full region. So it has to go here. This is yellow. And it cannot be yellow here. So this is that boundary. This can't be 4 then because the orange has to be 4 here. The gray has to be 4 here, which means this cannot have a 4 anywhere here. This could be yellow here. This cannot be 6 or 9, and they're all yellow. So this is a 3, 5, 8 triplet, which eliminates 3, 5, and 8 from the rest of the column. This can't be 5 or 8. This can't be 3. This is 6 or 9. One of these is 3, so this can't be 3 here. We need access to a 2. Yellow cannot go down here. If it goes down here, this blue is blocked off. Therefore, this can't be yellow. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. The blue can only access these, so this can't be. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This has to be 8 in a blue. Whoops. This cannot. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this has to be a blue. This cannot be blue, then this has to be red, which forces this to be red. That means this is red also. So this cannot be red here. This has to be pink. This could still, okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 2 more out of these 3 is pink. Or these 4, sorry, are pink. We don't know about this. This is, cannot be 5, 6, or 9. We need 2 and 7. We can't have 7, so this is 2. Okay. Which means this cannot be 2. This can't be 2. This has to be a 2 and cannot be here in column 9, so it has to be here. This remaining digits have to be 7, 8, or 9 because it's these 2 digits here. This is 3. This is a red 3. So this sees 1 boundary here. This cannot be 4 anymore. Where is the 4 in row 7? This is 3, 5, and 8 because 4 can't be here. 4 can't be here because this can't add up to 1 and 3 anymore. This can't be 4 because one of these is 4. This is 6 and 9 adding up to 7 and 8. This is the sum of that, so this must be a 4 here. So we have a 4 in the green, so this cannot be 4 here. This can't be 4. Where is the 4 in the light gray region? It has to be here. Therefore, this can't be 4, this can't be 4. We also knew that, actually, because the 4 has to be in the red. This yellow needs access to a 4, and it cannot be 4 here. So this has to be yellow, and is a 4, which means this can't be 4. This is not yellow, so this is blue. We have a full blue. So this is the boundary here. This is a boundary here. This is a boundary here. This cannot be blue anymore. This can't be blue anymore. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have the full red. So this can't be red. These can't be red. This is done. This then has to be a 1 because there's no other place for it. This then has to be 1 for the blue because there's no place for that. This is a 5, 6 pair, so this cannot be 5 or 6. This is 7, 8, or 9. These are all... The red is done. Well, kind of done. Where is the 4 in the blue? It has to be here. So this is 4. Okay. This has to be, these two digits are 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's still valid. This is a 7, 8, 9 triplet, so 5 and 6 have to already be in the green here. So this cannot be 5 or 6, this can't be 5 or 6 because these are both green. Okay. Man, this is still really tough. Wow. 5 and 6 have to be here. Okay, what are these? So if this is 5, this is 2 and 3, which makes this 5. That seems fine. If this is 6, it would have to be 2 and 4, but there's no possibility for that to be the case because it can't be 1, 5 anymore, so this can't be 6. If it's 7, okay, so this can never be 7 here. If this is 7, it has to be 2 and 5. Actually, one of these has to be 2 no matter what. So this one of these is 2, because there's no other place for the 2 in the column. So one of these is 2 no matter what. It's 2, 3, 2, 5, or 2, 6 here. Okay, that's interesting. Where is the 7 in row 7? It has to be one of these two digits, which means 7 cannot be in the remaining digits. That means one of these two is 7. That's not helpful. Where is the 6? The 6 in blue has to be one of these two digits, which means this can't be 6. This is 5, which makes that 6, which makes that 9. That makes this 6 and 9. Okay, so everything else should follow from this. This can't be 9. This can't be 9. That can't be 9. This can't be 5. This is a 6-9 pair, which eliminates 6 and 9 from the rest of the box. The region. This can't be 9. This is 8. This can't be 8 or 9, so this is 7. This can't be 7 or 8, so this is 5, which forces this to be a 2-3 pair here. This can't be 5 here. That means this is 5. The 7 or 8 cannot be here. Therefore, this is a 4, 5, 6, 9 quadruplet. which eliminates 4, 5, 6, 9 in the same region. Therefore, this is 7, this is 8, this is 9. This is 15, which adds up to this being 15, so this is 6. This can't be 3 or 6 or 5, so this has to be 9 here, which makes this 7 here. This 6, 9 eliminates 9 in the rest of row 9, so this is a 7, 8 pair, which eliminates 7 and 8 from the rest of the region, so this must be 9 here. None of these can be 9 here. These can't be 9. This 6 eliminates 6 here. This is 5, 6 eliminates 5 and 6 here, so this is 9, which makes this 6. This has to be a 4, 5 pair here. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so this is 9, which makes that 6, which makes that 9. None of these can be 9. This is a 3, 4, 6 triplet. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so this is 3. This can't be 3. This can't be 7, so this is 8. This is 7. This is 8. So the rest of the pink region cannot be 8. Therefore, if this were 2 greens here, it would not be able to add up to this pink cell. Therefore, this must be 2 pinks adding up to a green. The green can only be 8, therefore this is a 3, 5 pair here. And we know this boundary goes this way. That 3, 5 pair eliminates 5 here, so this is 4, this is 6, this is 4, this is 5. This 3, 5 pair in pink limits 3, 5 in the rest of pink, so this can't be 3 or 5. This 5 eliminates 5 here, so this is 6. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so this is 7, this is 8. This has to be then 5, which makes that not 5, so that's 3. This can't be 3 or 8, so this is 5, that's 8. This cannot be 5 or 8 or 6, so no 8 or 9. This is a 3, 7 pair. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 2, this is 3. The 2 eliminates 2 here, therefore this is a 2. This can't be 3, 5, or 6, so this is 9. And it cannot be pink then, because that would be a duplicate pink, 9 in the pink. Therefore, this, I think, is the full thing, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes. So this is all green, and this one is pink. Well, now we know what everything is. This can't be 3 or 9. This has to be 7, which makes this 6. 7 makes this 3, which makes that 7. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 5 and 3. 5 eliminates 5 here, so this is 6, and that's a 5. Oh my god, that was painful. Even with the restriction that the region sum had to have a border cross through, that was still really difficult. So yeah, you have to have, like, if you're gonna set these rules, make sure you clarify that the region sum lines must have a border crossing it, because it could be that the puzzle can be solved without that rule, and it could be that actually a region sum line could be completely within a region. That's not restricted, you know. The way that region sum lines are defined. So if you don't clarify that, if you don't have that restriction in your puzzles, we have to make the assumption that the region sum lines could be entirely within a region. Because the way that region sum lines, the definition, at least the way they explain it, it doesn't have to be split by a region border. It doesn't. So you need to either clarify that or use that in the puzzle. But have some other way of differentiating that, because otherwise it's going to lead to a lot of problems. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve. Even without the clarification, that was still really difficult. So, if you tried it without the clarification, apologies, because it wasn't in the original rule set. It still isn't, actually. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the finish of this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.